Hey meal preppers, Allison, Prep Dish Founder here to help you create a healthier, happier mealtime. For the best meal planning tips and to be notified when I post a new video every Tuesday, hit the bell to subscribe. In today's video, I'm sharing make-ahead breakfasts that are freezer-friendly. I send out weekly prep-ahead breakfast recipes every week to my thousands of meal plan subscribers. Today's tip will uncover 4 tricks I use when teaching others successful breakfast meal prep. The first tip is to know what freezes well. Not all breakfast items freeze well, but luckily most do. Here's a list of my favorites: muffins, frittata, smoothie bags, breakfast cookies, breakfast hash, quiche, breakfast burritos, granola, energy bites or balls. And also note that if you're looking for gluten-free or paleo, all of these items can be made into gluten-free freezer meals, and most of them can be made into paleo freezer meals. My recipes are always gluten-free. My second tip is to freeze correctly. The #1 key when making freezer meals for breakfast items: do a 2-step freeze to avoid clumping. So with the first freeze, you're gonna lay on a single layer on parchment for 12 to 24 hours in the freezer. This allows your items to freeze completely. Then you're gonna do the second freeze. You can store the items in the container of your choice. You still may need to separate layers by parchment. I found this freezing method to be the key for make-ahead freezer breakfast. You can skip this step sometimes if you're prepping a breakfast item for a crowd. So something like an entire breakfast casserole or frittata can usually just be frozen all at once. My third tip is to know how to defrost. Place the item in your fridge for 24 to 48 hours. If you're feeding a crowd, like a full frittata, quiche, or casserole, 48 hours is going to be best to allow it to fully defrost. There are some exceptions, so smoothies should not be defrosted at all, assuming you followed my 2-step freeze process we just discussed. Individual portions, so things like burritos, muffins, etc., they can be pulled out the morning of, although a defrost the night before is going to help things along. My fourth tip is to reheat to perfection. I know it's tempting to use that microwave, but I find an oven or toaster oven are ideal for getting that fresh texture and to ensure the items taste fresh from the oven versus fresh from the freezer. Now you know my 4 tricks for preparing breakfast ahead of time. What's your favorite freezer-friendly cook-ahead breakfast? Let me know in the comments below. I've also included links to several of my favorite freeze-ahead breakfast recipes, including gluten-free breakfast recipes and paleo breakfast recipes. Everything from muffins to breakfast cookies, energy bites, smoothies, breakfast hash, and more. And if you want done-for-you meal prep meal plans, each week includes both paleo breakfast meal prep and an option for gluten-free breakfast meal prep. That link is also below for 2 weeks of free meal plans. If this video is helpful, be sure to subscribe, share with a friend, and hit that like button so I know to make more videos like this. See you in the next one.